Welcome back, everyone. It is Wednesday, April 30th in the NBA, and I have three picks ready for you guys in this video. As always, my name's Austin from Calling Our Shot. Let's start with the good news, which was yesterday we had a monster day. We went 4-1 on our official picks, cashed the Jokic triple-double, which was a miracle, cashed Kevin Porter Jr.'s under, that was sweat-free, OG sweat-free, and then Norm Powell was our VIP Dub Club exclusive play, another sweat-free under. Our Harden and Kawhi SGP lost by one Harden assist, and with five, we needed six. That was a tough beat, but a 4-1 day over the 50 unit mark, a great day overall. Now, the bad news is we lost the ladder challenge. It was demoralizing going to bed last night at like 1 a.m. Hard to sleep just thinking of a day 7 loss. Jokic just does not come through. I'm not pulling up the slip because it hurts so good to look at. Jokic, the least guy I really expected to hurt us, but he did nothing in the second half. What do you have? 19 points and assists going into halftime. He did absolutely nothing second half. And I can't really blame him. They left every single person wide open. Jamal Murray had a big second half. Russell Westbrook was cooking. Gordon was making shots. Christian Brown. Everyone was left wide open. So Jokic did not come through. Painful. We'll run it back today. Maybe we just need to have an under in there, and maybe that is the special sauce. Now, I will note yesterday's under, if people actually believe that, yesterday's under was Tyrese Haliburton under in points, 25.5. He ended with 26. Overtime winner was the reason he went over that. So would have lost regardless if I threw an under in there. But either way, it is what it is. Just the ladder challenge. We'll run it back today. Hopefully we can cash and move on to day 2 and maybe get on another streak, get up in that day 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. We'll see how we can do it. But either way, if you are new, my name's Austin. Do me a favor, go down below, subscribe, drop a like. I appreciate it. Love you guys. I'm back at home. Let's talk first about our Underdog Fantasy entry. And a reminder, Underdog Fantasy, if you sign up using code COS, that will match your first deposit up to $1,000. And today, they're giving you a Luka Doncic free square. He just has to score 1 point. As free as it gets. Use code COS or the link down below. I have an Underdog entry at the end of this video. Yesterday's, I think, lost by 1 or 2 legs, whatever. First play of the day. Let's dive into the first game. Warriors and Rockets. I know you guys might not like this play, and that's okay. You don't have to tail it. Here we go. It is Jalen Green. I'm taking it for 20, 25, and 30 plus points, which is plus 190 for the 20 plus, plus 600 for the 25, and plus 1,500 for the 30 plus, all on FanDuel. Now, the first leg, 20 plus points, is a half unit play. The second and third, we're just going to just 0.1 unit. So if he gets, 25 plus, cool. We'll get, we'll win back 0.6 units, which is pretty solid. Now, I know people are going to say Jalen Green, number one, his regular line is 16.5. And number two, he sucks. And I get it. But I'm not taking the 16.5. I'm just not doing it. Jalen Green's all or nothing. So I'd rather chase some value here. If we lose, at least we're losing the sake of value. But I really think Jalen Green could have a good bounce back game here tonight. And if he doesn't, when he lays another egg, then so be it. He's probably on his way to Cancun. And he'll be watching the rest of the playoffs on the couch. But we look at Jalen Green. If you're ever going to back him, in my opinion, you do it at home. On the road, the guy's a fraud. But at home is probably where I would back him. And what I really want to dive into is what he's done so far in this series. And I especially want to note, and we'll go to Props Madness. I haven't used a ton of Props Madness because it is the playoffs, but let's talk about Jalen Green here. We look at Jalen Green this series. He's been bad. We know it. He had 7 points in game 1 on 3 of 15 shooting. A nuclear game 2, 38 points. But then on the road in Golden State, 4 of 11, 9 points. And he got benched here, 3 for 8, 25 points, misses 2 of his 3 free throws. I get it. He hasn't really, that's a 16.5 line. But what I really want to focus on is Jalen Green at home. In the 2 home playoff games, he's been pretty solid in terms of shooting the basketball. He went 3 of 15 here and 13 of 25. So the volume's there. If you told me he shot 15 times tonight, I would love it. Now, he could get benched. That's always a risk with Jalen Green, but they're going to need some scoring out there to they're not winning. In my opinion, they're not winning when Alperen Sengun scores 31 points on 28 shots. The Warriors are going to live with that. A guy shoots a bunch of twos, highly contested twos, scores 31 on 28 shots. We live with that. Fred VanVleet, he ain't making 8 threes again, so you need someone else to step up. And Jalen Green is arguably their best scorer. They need him to play better. And I'm not saying he does, but if he at least attempts the shots, I can go to sleep at night and live with the read. As I said, at home is the only place where I will trust Jalen Green. Diving back into his numbers, if he gets the volume, which is a big if, because I have no idea how many minutes he plays. But if we get to the 15 shots, which is exactly what he shot in games 1 and 2 or more, we see, he averages about 23.7 points per game. And when you're just looking at him getting to 20 plus 65% of games, you're asking him for 25. He's done that in about almost half of the games. 30 might be a little bit of a stretch, but still done in a quarter of the games when he shoots 15 or more times at home. Now, I know this is the playoffs. A defense is a lot tougher, but I also do know that Jalen Green is historically a much better player at home. He's historically, maybe we could see the whistle go our way a little bit because the NBA kind of wouldn't mind if the series was extended a little bit. I do think Jalen Green has a decent game. If he doesn't, whatever, but I don't think he's hit 16 and a half and doesn't get to 20 plus. So I'll take the 20 plus, 25, and 30 plus points. Might look like an absolute clown tomorrow morning, but it is what it is. It's 0.7 units in total. I can live with losing 0.7 units on some good value, assuming Jalen Green shows the heck up tonight, which is a big if. I cannot guarantee nothing. My next play is going to be a two-leg parlay. It is on two guys under in threes. It's Brandon Pachemski, as I abbreviate him to Pods, and Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, under 5.5 threes. Pods is under 2.5 threes. Now, it's a little bit juiced to minus 148 on FanDuel. Just a half unit play, as always. Pods, regular line, you might be able to get a 2.5 line, depending on where the line goes throughout the day, because it is juiced on the over 1.5. Ant-Man's around 3.5, maybe 4.5, depending on the book. But I raised both of them up one and took their unders here. I'm not going to beat it into your head too much. In terms of Pods, he's coming off a big game, game 4. He made 6 threes in that game. I think tonight is actually a Steph Curry game, if I had to guess. I'm not betting on Steph, but I do think it's a Steph Curry game. I think the Rockets saw what happened when they left Pods open. They got torched. I would be shocked if they left them open again tonight. And again, a guy that makes 6 threes, you'd expect some regression in the next game. As for Ant-Man, he just dropped the 43 piece and only had 5 threes in that game. I just don't see him making 6 tonight. I know Ant-Man is him, but again, the Lakers are going to try their best, backs against the wall. I don't think it's Ant-Man they want to lose to. I think it's someone else. So I do like both these guys under in threes. Not going to spend a ton of time on it. Under 2.5, under 5.5. Probably only take it on FanDuel. I don't mind their alt unders for points, but I rather just take the 3-pointers. So I do like those two legs. Minus 148, a little bit of juice, but we'll take a chance there. My biggest play of the playoffs was a very similar one to that with Derek White and Steph Curry. We made that a 1-unit play. We're sticking just a half unit there. My third play, and I will keep it in the Dub Club. It's an over in points. We've now hit 5 straight Dub Club exclusive plays. So again, if you have been missing out of them, you can certainly join. There's a $10 off link for your first month. Link down below. It's right below the Underdog Fantasy link. Go join, get on in the Dub Club, sweat it out with us, and hopefully we can cash a 6 straight Dub Club exclusive play, and as well as the ladder challenge. You'll get that early there as well. Finally, let's talk about our Underdog Fantasy entry. Then maybe I'll touch on the ladder for a quick second. Here's what I'm rolling with. A reminder, on Underdog Fantasy, if you sign up using my code COS or the link below, you get this free square for Luka Doncic to get 1 point. Take advantage of it, as well as a deposit match up to $1,000. Pretty cool offer. This is what I'm rolling with. Fred VanVleet lower 3.5 threes. I'll live with Fred making 4 on my dome. Şengün under lower than 24.5 points. I just don't think it's a big Şengün night. Steph Curry, I think he's the one that has to score tonight for the Warriors. I think he gets plenty of opportunities, like his 23 plus points. Ant-Man, we already talked about his lower in threes. And then Dorian Finney-Smith, a weird one, higher than 1.5 Q1 points. Yes, really weird. I actually almost took him for 2.5, but the difference in value wasn't a ton. But I think DFS starts tonight, and even if he doesn't, Jackson Hayes has been just terrible. So you'll see DFS come in and play probably like 7 or 8 minutes, but he could start. And I think if he starts, he probably gets the Rudy Gobert matchup, which likely means that he'll be coming and setting a lot of screens for a guy like Luka, popping to the 3-point line. He's going to get some opportunities. Let's hope he gets it done. I think he's already hit the Q1 prop in every single game in this series. If I had to guess, I'll double check right now. So far this series, he has scored 3, 2, 5, and 3 points. So I do like him to get the one at least 2 points there. So $20 on that turns into 85. I do like it. I think we got a chance there. Let's cash. Finally, to recap, talk with the ladder. Sucks to lose on day 7. Painful. $650 bet was rough, but we will run it back today. We'll do day 1. I don't necessarily think you should just force a ton of money onto it. We have historically, when we lose on a day 7, we could lose on a day 1. Every day is unique, so we'll see. I will find one. I haven't really thought about it a ton. I do know Alperen Şengün. I'll probably be fading him in the ladder. I just don't see him dropping another 30 piece. So I'll take his under, and then we'll figure out the rest of the legs. But either way, ladder challenge should be live in a little bit. And let's have a day. Let's recap our picks. Recap one last time. Jalen Green, ladder in points. this little 2-leg parlay, and then a Dub Club exclusive over in points. Those are my 3 picks. We had a good day in the MLB yesterday. Maybe the sign of things are starting to change. I'll link that video somewhere on the screen. When the ladder is live, I'll link that as well. Got to go back to day 1, but it's good to see we can get to a day 7 climb. Let's hopefully get one going, get off the snide, get to day 2 tomorrow. Let's get things going. So I'll see you guys back in the next one. It's Austin. I'm signing out. Again, sign up for Underdog. You can sign up for the Dub Club, get $10 off your first month. All those details and links are down below. Have a great Wednesday. Let's have a day and let's end April strong. See you in the next one. Peace.